because they asked him how he's going to pay for this bus situation that's going to cost $700 million because he wants to make buses free. And he was like, well, you know, same way Andrew Cuomo gave over $900 million in tax subsidies to Elon Musk to build a Tesla plant in New York. And I see people posting that like, oh, yeah, they got money to do it, but now we don't got $700 million. And I'm like, do y'all know the difference between a tax subsidy and just using $700 million to make buses free? Yeah. Those are two different concepts.
They just look at it as money.
They just hear money. They hear numbers.
Yeah.
Like, because he said that on the stage, like, oh, he gave $900 million in tax subsidies to Elon Musk. And people just think, they hear Elon Musk, they get triggered, they hear 900 million, and they're like, oh yeah, you could do it for him, but you can't do it for us for free buses. That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like inventing $700 million out of people's taxpayer dollars to pay for free busing all over this. And you know how disastrous that will be if busing is free?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they understand. But let's play this clip Go ahead.
Public transportation is already not that expensive.
Yeah, but when you're a socialist communist, you want it to be free. You want to tell everybody that they're just going to get things for free. Because why? Because then you end up with a big lead in the polls. Yeah. Because people they're like children when someone's running for class president. You tell them they're going to get free lunch and they're going to get, study halls in every period. And they're like, yeah, vote for that guy. No homework. I'm ending homework. If you vote for me for class president, I'm ending homework.
Can you do that? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. All right, well, let's play this CNN clip breaking down his polling after the debate.
Sign that the race is tightening at all, Cape Ball, when if anything, Zohran Mamdani's lead is getting bigger, wider, larger. You look in September in a three-way, Mamdani was at 45, Cuomo 15 points back, Curtis Lee, the Republican at 17. Look at where we are now. Mamdani is actually up. He's up to 49%. Then you got Cuomo at 31%, so a 15-point advantage back in September on the average. Now it is 18 points. The bottom line is this. Andrew Cuomo needs something very big to change at this particular point, unless, of course, he becomes Teddy Roosevelt overnight. Because if something doesn't change over the final 2.5 weeks of this campaign, this race is pretty much over.
Mm-hmm. So New York is going all in on a socialist.
He had more than 10 years, and he couldn't name a single mosque at the last debate we had that he visited. And what Muslims want in this city is what every community wants and deserves. They want equality, and they want respect. And it took me to get you to even see those Muslims as part of this city. And that, frankly, is something that is shameful and is why so many New Yorkers have lost faith in this politics.
Yeah, except, that is totally false. I worked with the Muslim community for many years.
Name a single mosque you went to when you were the governor. Can you name a single mosque you went to in 10 years?
Before you were ever here.
Before I was here?
Before you were even in state government. I worked with the Muslim community. Yeah. Imams presided over State of the States. We worked in religious working groups,
you couldn't visit a mosque.
Yep.
But that's just the point, that Mamdani, he wants to make New York Muslim, like they did. What's that city that's all Muslim now?
Dearborn, Michigan, Minneapolis,
that's what he's trying to do.
The other districts in Minnesota that what's her name presides over, Ilhan Omar.
I think Mamdani is practicing taqiyya.
1,000%. 1,000%.
He's presenting
the Muslims are laughing at you guys. Like this is the funniest thing. Like, dude, give it 50 more years, entire New York's gonna be Muslim, and then before you know, it's gonna be Sharia courts, and then like y'all are. It's like it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like I can't even believe. And like you see Europe. You look at Europe, it's happening right now, and then you're like, oh, let's just do it here in New York. Like it's like, no, like you have to stop. Like obviously Takeover is working and they're doing an amazing job at it, and they're fooling everyone. Like, and all the Muslims are like so happy that's happening. Like this is the best thing that could happen in Islam. And he's gonna win because we're too stupid. Like no matter how many times ex-Muslims will say Takeover is a real thing, they are lying to you. They will take over within 100 years. No one's going to listen because we just assume that our God is the same as their God. We just assume that their God will tell them not to lie, but their God tells them to lie. That's the difference.
But could it be that someone like a Mamdani, he's Muslim, he's a practicing Muslim, self-professed, he avowed, that's what he is. But maybe in the back of his mind, he's like, I'll be practicing Muslim and I'll tolerate other people. But the more he leads, the more for him to practice, he has to dominate. But I'm just saying, could it be in the back of his mind, there's a duplicity in his own mind where he doesn't realize that he's not intentionally practicing Takeover, is what I'm saying. Or you think, no, it's like, this is a strategy.
I don't think you realize how bad it is. I don't think like they talk about it openly. Like they'll literally be like, guys, we have to go out and say like, we love the gays so that we can take over the West. And then as soon as we take over, we'll kill the gays.
But this is the sad truth is that,
You think about it, the most Jews that live anywhere are in New York City.
Yeah.
The sad truth is that you're gonna have this, and there's gonna be consequences. And this is when we make choices. We gotta deal with our choices. I don't think it's hard for people to understand that. When we're so protected, I guess you could say, or we have
sheltered.
Yeah, sheltered. That's a good word. By your decisions.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are ignorant. I'm telling you. My sister Millie said to me, "Oh, that guy Mamdani, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. We're gonna vote for him." I'm like, Millie, do you know what you're saying? I had to explain it to her. And then she goes, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
Like they're really.
People don't really dig into the issues. They're enamored by surface level things. Someone just listen to that statement. He's a nice guy. How do you know that? First of all, anyone can present themselves as a nice guy, and they know that surface level thinking it will get you 85% of the way there in most people's minds as voters.
Right.
I was just watching this thing about how Kennedy won.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I think they televised a debate.
Yes, that is a huge. It shifted.
And
it shifted the entire way debates worked.
Right.
Because the visual meant everything.
Yeah. So Nixon looked.
Yeah.
The way Nixon looked and his demeanor, even his facial expressions, that kind of changed everything. Versus Kennedy.
Yeah, because Nixon was leading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when people saw them on stage together, it changed everything. And then what did that do? That created a whole new focus group and marketing and PR campaign around how you appear to people in public and on TV, and how to make you look more presidential. And that lasted all the way up until who hit the scene. That whole way of doing things. But it still works, especially in the boomer generation. And what Mom is talking about with her sister and a lot of these people, they're still fooled by those little tactics and they still look at those things. But I just wanted to play this clip because this juxtaposed to what he was saying with the imams and the Muslim community and how he wants to highlight that, and they're about equality in the city. And this clip was going viral. It says this Muslim online social media influencer in the UK was live streaming with his wife, and just see if you connect with these values on how they treat women. Did you see? You guys see this?
Yeah.
Assalamu
I know who he is.
Hope you want, inshallah. She's not going to be in the video, but she's going to have her say with this whiteboard that I bought her. But why is the default that the woman is innocent and the man is always guilty? Okay, that's something my wife wants to say. Salama probably had enough, as women give a lot of chances, has zero tolerance now. Okay. This is why I want you here. Yeah, it's very important for you to be here. Yes, just to take the past traumas of their father or ex-husband, etc., and project it on other people. So, okay, she's saying she made the video, not him. I don't know his opinion. Well, exactly. There you go. Okay, there's nothing else I have to say. Anything you'd like to say? If you do, just let me know, inshallah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us he went to the hellfire. Again, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, it's a reality check. Okay, and he saw a majority of the women of the hellfire. Why? He said, not because they are ungrateful to Allah, because they are ungrateful to their husbands. Anything that I said wrong is from Shaitan and myself. Anything good is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's anything you disagree on? No? Okay. Are you under any duress? You can blink twice? No? Okay, that's fine.
He's even making jokes about the fact that she's not allowed to talk on camera. And her face can't be shown. And
this guy, he's Ali Dawa.
Okay.
That's his name. He's a Dawa guy. Anybody know what Dawa is? It's basically like apologist for Muslims,
okay.
But I would say even liars for Islam, because they straight just say whatever to try to get you, like they'll lie about.
But they're allowed to, right? In their hadith or whatever, they're allowed to.
They're allowed to lie about things to get people to accept things.
Yeah,
they won't or not tell you about something.
Right, omit certain truths. Yeah.
So he's been.
But I just found that funny because that's going viral at the same time Mamdani is like trying to talk about this Islamic equality and all of this stuff. Like they just want equality. It's like, but
that's not equality.
What do you call that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's so many liberals that are caping for that type of feminists. Like,
I mean, feminists for Gaza. Like, there's so much, or for Hamas. There's so much hypocrisy.
Yeah,
and like disconnection that you don't even get because you're so focused on there's a problem here for me. There's I'll say it in this way. There's an injustice, and you're so focused on the injustice that you miss the greater injustice.
Shout out to Amber on YouTube. Did you see? I hope you saw Amber. We added you to the
Yes,
church
she
group.
sent me a message.
Okay, awesome. So she'll probably be in there.
And
on
you know what
Sunday.
else I have to say about Mamdani?
Yes.
See how he's bringing up Muslims
Yes.
during the debate, and see how he's making it like you didn't visit the mosque, you didn't do, because he's opening that door.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen if he gets in there. Oh my God, I can't even.
I mean, it's looking like it's not an if. Like
I'm hoping that.
unless there's a
leading.
miracle.
Well, that's why
That's a big lead.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of Muslims will connect with the left because they use it as just a tool.
Yeah.
And then when they get in,
Didn't we play that clip where the dude was saying like we like to target the left because
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like I think he's called like a Muslim modern. I don't know. He's still Muslim, but it's like he doesn't believe in the hadiths.
Okay.
It's like he's different, but he used to be an extremist.
got you.
So he's saying, yeah,
He's telling you the tactics. Like
Yeah, this is what we would do.
They like
Like-
to align with the left because they don't agree with the left's beliefs, but they know that they can use them for their cause.
They know they're weak.
Yeah, they're weak. Yeah, right. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He's like, the Christians we can't go after. The conservatives are more strong-minded.
Yeah.
So it's easier to go after the left. I mean, look at what.
Gays for Palestine.
Why would Ilhan Omar be Marxist, socialist, leftist if she really believes what she says she believes in? If they're really like pushing Sharia law in some of these little districts in Minnesota, like how does that align with the left?
Yeah, but again, like the whole way they get power is you focus on the small, minute things, and then show how there's injustice there, and you make it grand, and then people will they're looking to those things. Right?
Yeah. You talk about white supremacy, but marry a white man, do things like that.
Yeah.
I also want to show this. Someone put a compilation together because during the debate, Mamdani said he never said he wanted to defund the police, and here is every single tweet of him saying that he wanted to defund the police. Throughout the time here, this is back in 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be very, very clear. If the Democratic Party becomes the likes of Zohran Mamdani, who, by the way, I like, I'm not trying to throw any shade on him or anything like that, but if the Democratic Party becomes him, you have no chance. You have no chance on a national basis in terms of the
So
president.
why would you like? What do you mean you like?
He's
Like
like her
as a
sister.
person,
He's a
as
nice
a-
guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Maybe he's saying like I like him as a man,
Maybe he met him.
Yeah.
Maybe he has met, you know.
and maybe he could be a nice guy. He could be cool,
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he needs to be the mayor of New York
Right.
or his ideas are good. That doesn't mean that socialism is going to work. It doesn't mean like what Stephen A is saying is like the country is not going to accept this, even if New York does. And if you're putting him up as one of the leaders of the party and the AOCs and people like this, so this is what he's
Senate
saying.
seats in the House, you have no chance. You have no chance. I want to be very, very clear about that. You might have a Democratic Socialist sprinkled here and there, but that ain't what America is. America's about capitalism. America's about dollars and cents. America's about an economy, a flourishing economy. Okay? And you know what it's not about? Free stuff. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it.
And this was him, and he said this a while ago. And Mamdani has just been continuing to gain traction. They're not listening to Stephen A.